Hey, Jim Cam here, founder, owner, franchiser of multiple brands in Montreal, exceeding over 100 locations. Today's video, I'm gonna talk about scaling or franchising your business. So what will be the mistakes that you will encounter? Probably what will be some of the major mistakes most people focus on. Which are the key elements they should really put their focus on instead? If you're in the process of franchising or scaling the business, this will be the mistakes that I will suggest you to avoid, or otherwise it's gonna be killing your business. So number one, most people running their restaurant business, mainly they are the system of the business. So they are the one making sure that everything is in place, and probably even the chef itself. So if you're looking to expand to a second location, what do you think it will go wrong? It's probably gonna be you not being able to be at two places at the same time. But this could still work up to, I'll say, 5 locations, because you will be able to just run from stores to stores, from here one day, probably the other location on another day. So putting your focus on developing the system that people can follow to operate, it's crucial. And what I see people putting their focus instead, they will put it on branding and packaging. I'm not saying that it's not a good idea. I'm just saying it's not the focus yet. Because up till 5 locations, you're still pretty small. Pretty small. So don't put your ego up there and wanting to have everything beautiful and perfect. Because if you bring your own branding, your own packaging, for sure it will come at a higher price. What happens if you have more costs in your business? Probably less profit, and secondly, making your customer pay more. And if your goal is truly to scale, this is not the focus you should be doing in the beginning. Instead of wasting a lot of energy and money into the best packaging and the best branding, you should really work on marketing and also the management and team building skills. Even though you have the best branding, but if you have some product that people will never buy, then it's not gonna be good. So make sure you have products that people truly want. Trust me, they will buy it, they will consume it if it's truly tasteful and also affordable and accessible. Okay, I'll give you a real life example from my personal experience and what I saw with my own eyes. There's a very beautiful restaurant that opened in the heart of downtown. Beautiful decoration, construction, so nice. Their branding, amazing, top notch. I saw it, I said, wow, this is their first store and they're putting so many things into the branding, the way they represent the brand. I really like it. I felt like I wanted to do it too. But since I'm a very logical person, even though I have over 100 locations, this is still not the focus that I want to be put on. Because exclusive product made just for your restaurant, that means it's very costly. And if you do not have purchasing power, it's impossible for you to get it at a good price. And trust me, it is really not what the customer is looking for. Even though it might look nice, it might be pretty for pictures, but at the end of the day, what your customers gotta remember, and it's how the food tastes and how it makes them feel. So just to make it short, that restaurant put so much money up front before even testing the proof of the concept. And pick a guess, what do you think happened now? That store closed down and left with nothing. No one is gonna remember. So why it closed down is they put too much money into the branding, and also the location they pick is in the heart of downtown. I'm sure the rent is very high and they haven't tested and proven the concept that is gonna be working. They didn't know if the demand was there, and for sure they didn't test the profitability. This was just a quick example, but there's so many examples that I can give you. Here's another one from someone that I know. He also have a franchise business. He opened so many locations, but at first he invested a lot of the initial return on things that don't even matter, because he just wanted to have the best looking factory. So he bought machines that were not even functioning, but it was the original ways on how they used to make that product in the days. So they just want to showcase it, and which leads to nothing, no results, just personal preference, because he wanted to look nice. And guess how much each of those machines cost? $250,000 per machine. Insane. For sure, if you have a lot of capitals that you're ready to just buy everything in advance, and also it's not going to be affecting how you run the business, you can do it. If you have a detailed plan, you have experience into how to grow any physical business, for sure I'll suggest you to just do it, because it's gonna be a good investment to come up big and nice at first. But a lot of people, they're not that big. They don't have that much capital to cover the mistakes that are gonna be going during the whole process. That's why I see a lot of businesses fail. Long story short, if the concept and the profitability have not been proven, you shouldn't put your focus on those things. So make sure you have money coming in first in order to, what I consider is gonna be a step further down the road. The focus you should put on in the business is how the operation are more efficient. How can you maintain the quality of the product that you're selling? And also, how can you make sure that it's gonna be affordable, accessible in the long run for your customer? And last but not least, profitability. You need to make money too. Like running any business is always about money. We don't care about what is your personal goal. That's gonna be on you, but the business can only survive if they make money. So any business, the only focus for any business is making money. And then how you want to do behind the scene, it's gonna be on you. Another mistake that I see a lot of people doing is the same system that brought them from 1 to 5 location will not be useful or applicable to bring them from 5 to 10 location. Because after you push past 10, that means your system has been proven to work pretty well. In the 5 to 10 phase, in my personal experience, you have to be very alert because it's truly the most danger zone from my personal experience. So what could happen between 5 to 10 location, right? That makes it so dangerous. Basically, the locations that you're gonna pick you will not be so familiar with. So you will be completely starting from scratch. So the concept, yes, works for 5 locations, but those locations, you know that it's gonna be doing good because you understand the area and also very well the concept. Even though you're using the same concept, but the new areas you're gonna be picking will have a different community. And how do you plan to create the demand, or if you think the demand is there? So that's a 1. And secondly, quality control is going to be much higher because you have to focus on the logistics side too of the business too, and also the manufacturing of your own product, making sure freshness is there and quality is well maintained. And thirdly, if you were running your own business, you will always see that nobody can run the business better than yourself. So if you still think of it this way, then you have a big problem. That means you're not ready to scale. That means the system runs on you. After 5 locations, you're gonna be hiring a lot more people. And more importantly, you're gonna be hiring people with very important roles, like managing roles. After you hire people taking your place in those businesses, this is where you gotta see that the real problem is gonna come in, because those people is not you. If you still think you're the best person working in your store, then you have a problem. That means you don't have an efficient system that runs the business. What I mean by efficient business is you need to set up a way that you can better control the quality, better control the service, and also quality service and the product that you're gonna deliver to the customers. Making sure that each individual location have the same standards. And also another reason why the 5 to 10 phase is such a dangerous place. The moment those locations will be underperforming. So you will want to put more focus in it. So what's gonna happen to the 5 first location? For sure, if you're not there, then the business is gonna drop too. So this is where the danger really comes in. So by trying to save those new 5, you're slowly killing the first 5 that was the base structure of your income and your franchise business model. And also in the 5 to 10 zone, you have to adapt fast. So the demand, depending on the community, is going to be varied. So you need to make sure that you can come up with new ideas and also adapt to the demand in the market. That's one thing, very important thing. The reason why I put so many details into explaining you those phases, there's a lot more brands that I started that did not manage to grow because the concept did not work. You think I might only have 7 brands, but I have way more that I tested and failed. But luckily, I did not invest big into the whole capital investment. I just wanted to test the product out. If it's not doing good, then little lost, that's it. And also, the 5 to 10. I have brands that I wanted to grow furthermore, but it did not work it out. I personally felt it. I personally lived it. So that's why now this is where I really put my focus on, into really creating the right system, the right structure, and being adaptable to the demand of the market. For sure, there's other small mistakes that you can make, like not understanding the law, city permit, construction companies that you're going to be working with further away areas, brokers that you're going to be working with, even banks. One of the most important things is the bank. Another common mistakes that I see a lot is business owners not understanding marketing. They think marketing is only publicity, so showing your brand out there. This is not marketing. This is just visibility. Real marketing is having people to understand your concept, not only seeing a concept. So conversion, for me, it's also part of the marketing. Getting a good message out there is also marketing, not only views. People can see, you can have a lot of views, but doesn't mean anything if people do not buy from you. Take me by example. My message is not to sell you a sushi shop or onigiri shop. It's just to show you that we have a system that can be easily operated and also low investment wise and also lower risk too. So my message is telling you I have a efficient system that brings consistent cash flow and also low on investment and easy to operate. So the goal is not to show you the product itself, not saying how fresh it is. People do not really relate to that, or how satisfying it is after tasting it. It doesn't make sense. So sales also goes into marketing. So knowing how to do sales, promotion, how to attract customers. Marketing is a very big package. It's not only creating content. Anyway, don't be so stupid if you have like a 7-8 location and you start buying a 50K billboard and just to showcase your brand and name. Doesn't make any sense. So what you can do instead is attend a franchise show. So over there you can really people that are truly interested into buying a franchise or expanding their own business. So the quality, the people that you're gonna meet there is gonna be way higher than people calling you off a 50K billboard. And most of the times those billboard, it's mainly for a flex, showing, hey, I can do it and you can't. But we're not there yet. And we're in 2025. I still believe there's way more ways to market your product and your services or whatever you try to sell. Other advice is you can get contacts with commercial brokers, good relationship with them. They're gonna be meeting a lot of potential franchisees, even knowing specific landlords that have good, amazing location for you to rent. Make sure you can deliver the message to your customer, making them understand, making them relate with you and not the product. Because I know your business is like your baby, so you want it to be good and perfect. But this is not the right way to grow the business, especially if you do not have a big financial backup. So try to avoid those mistakes, and I hope you have a very successful run for your business. And if you think you have a good brand and you're looking to expand or franchise, hit me up in the link below, and I'll see you. Cheers.